Hey everybody, this is the Platinum Knight here with another Double First Impressions video, and today's Double First Impressions is MAXXXINE and LONGLEGS, two quote-unquote horror films. I'm gonna start off talking about MAXXXINE, directed by Ty West, and the third installment to the X trilogy. I actually did first impressions videos on both X and Pearl way back in 2022, so to recap, I really enjoyed X for being a fun slasher flick, and I gave Pearl very high praise for Mia Goth's phenomenal performance. We all knew MAXXXINE was coming as it was teased at the end of Pearl, so I do admit I was really looking forward to this installment, questioning, wow, what's gonna happen in MAXXXINE? There is so many directions the story can go. Now that I have seen the film for myself, what are my thoughts? It was okay. It's good enough. The cinematography is excellent. The film does an outstanding job capturing the look of 1980s Hollywood. It literally feels like you're going back in time, and that 80s soundtrack made it feel super nostalgic. As for the performances, everybody performed their roles very well, especially Mia Goth. The story starts 6 years after MAXXXINE surviving the massacre incident. She's still trying to become a big star by going to multiple auditions. As she tries to reach for fame, that's when all of a sudden these mysterious figures begin appearing, inflicting on her life. While X and Pearl were considered horror movies, MAXXXINE decides to go in a completely different direction. This is no horror film whatsoever. I mean, it could be seen as a horror film in some parts, but it plays more like a mystery drama. It ain't scary, and that's okay. I honestly didn't mind this route. I guess they had to do something different. I like Kevin Bacon, which is cool seeing how he started his career with a horror film, and that is Friday the 13th. Coincidence? I think not. Mia Goth still does a fantastic job playing as MAXXXINE. Her performance may not be as good as Pearl, but with the role that she was given here, I'm pretty sure nothing was going to top it anyway. Like with all my other first impressions videos, this is going to be spoiler free, so without giving too much away, I do admit, but I was a little disappointed in the ending. I was hoping that it was going to be related to the previous installments, but that didn't happen. I can understand a filmmaker trying to be unpredictable, but at the same time, I feel that going the typical route would have been a better fit. This means if MAXXXINE never would have experienced the massacre, this plot was gonna happen regardless. To be clear, MAXXXINE isn't by no means a bad movie. It's just the weakest out of the trilogy. It still serves as a good conclusion to the X saga. So here's how I rate these films. Pearl is the best, X is my second favorite, and MAXXXINE would have to be my least favorite. That would have to be my top 3. However, it does make you think if MAXXXINE was a standalone film and had nothing to do with a series, I wonder if it would have done better. But the fact that I'm talking about it because it's attached to a series, I guess I'm contradicting myself. Anyways, MAXXXINE is a good drama film. If you're a fan of X and you really want a conclusion to this trilogy, then I do recommend it. The next film I'm gonna talk about is Longlegs, starring Nicolas Cage. For those of you who don't know me very well, I love me some Nicolas Cage. I already told the story on how I could have seen this film a month early in advance in my going to see video, so if you want to check that out, then be my guest. And what are my thoughts on Longlegs? Wow! wow. Where did this surprising gem come from? It's pretty much a detective film. The story is about an FBI agent trying to solve the bizarre murders and tracking down a serial killer. Nicolas Cage puts on a really creepy performance, even coming off as funny sometimes, especially when he starts singing. Again, I wouldn't say that this is a horror film. It's more on the suspenseful side than scary. There are some fantasy elements in here which I won't spoil. Think of it as a really extended episode of Fringe. It's a very good mystery film. As for that twist in the end, oh man, that plot twist is mind-blowing. By the way, here's something fun that the filmmakers decided to put in. Throughout the movie, you can actually spot the devil in some scenes. I only spotted 3, but people are saying that the devil shows up a total of 10 times. Have fun spotting all of them. If you're into mystery and want to support original movies, then I highly recommend you guys check this out. If there's 2 things that both MAXXXINE and LONGLEGS have in common, is both of them are not scary and are really good mystery drama films. Alright everybody, that's it for this double first impressions video. That's it for my first impressions on both MAXXXINE and LONGLEGS. If you enjoyed this video, then please be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for new videos. This has been your host, A Platinum Knight, and peace out everybody.